So I've been contemplating on what it is that Israel is missing a lot of, and I've covered it, but the Spirit said I gotta cover it more and more and more. I went into the scriptures to show how the Most High is visiting this earth. Hurricane after hurricane after hurricane, fires and earthquakes, all this is prophesied in the Bible. But are people paying attention? Once it's over, I didn't hear nobody say the Most High did it. Listen to your news, going to, they call them by different alphabetical orders and so forth. The fires just burning down everything that someone owns. All they have left is whatever they have in their pockets, in those set of clothes that they have on their back. And you don't think it's the Most High? Yeah, he's visiting this earth. But he ain't really stepped up like he's gonna step up. That's why we gotta fear the Most High. And that's what it's all about. Fear is to be afraid. Fear is to be scared. Fear is to give respect to his laws, such commandments, his rules and regulations. Oh, you're good for nothing to him. You ain't nothing but a reprobate. He allow Satan to bless you. You see how Satan bless people? You see how people say the stars gonna fall from heaven? You see them dying early age. But they made money. And you see how in your face protests and so forth is supposed to be about, the way we are being treated. But they turn it over to the Star Spangled Banner. In the Star Spangled Banner, you look at every verse of the Star Spangled Banner. One verse is racist toward us. Just like if they really looked at it from what the protest is about, if they brought out the verse in the Star Spangled Banner that talk about our blood being shed as slaves, it's really a reason to protest with the protest that was against we as the Israelites being shot and the verdict is not guilty. But that's Zechariah 11:5. That's why you don't fear the Most High. He say, hey, one time you get our attention when he kill us. Or just take everything that we have and say, all your calamity and destruction gonna come upon you. Like what's happening in Puerto Rico. Oh yeah, they feeling it. Anytime the children gotta go 1,000 miles away from their parents, to Orlando, Florida and so forth, to be schooled, to be programmed. Oh yeah. But I ain't heard nobody say nothing about the Most High. Even in my circle, I was shocked. Because they done brought about this false image, false character, false rendition of religions that excludes him from what it is that the Bible says is him. So let's go into it. Because I've given it to you, I'm going to show you that you better fear the Most High. And you better be afraid of him. Because he's coming. He's looking down from his holy temple. So ain't nobody ever seen him, ain't nobody ever heard his voice, ain't nobody ever dealt directly with the Most High. He have his angels. So let's go into it. Colossians 3:17 as always. Whatsoever you said, do a word or deed, do all by Hashem Mashiach Yahushua. Give you thanks to the Most High and the Father by Hashem Mashiach Yahushua. So all that we say and do is going to be in the name of the Lord and Savior. The Spirit of the Most High gave me that years and years ago, because how do you receive spiritual power? Unless it come from the Most High. That's the power. Most High, Yahweh is the power. The power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob is the power. So this is how you receive power. The power comes from him. That's why Mashiach said, have faith in the Most High. You know, you're going to have whatever you say. So you speaking all these things that's negative towards yourself. You feel negative towards yourself. You're going to get negative towards yourself. You want to be blessed? You say you're going to be blessed because you done told the Most High to bless you, so you're going to be blessed. But you don't say it. You say, oh, I'm not going to be blessed. What's the point of praying? You want to be healed? Most High, will you heal me? Okay, Most High going to heal me. But Hashem Mashiach Yahushua, in the name of the Lord and Savior. That's your power. When they say power, that's spiritual power coming from who? From the Most High. You got to have faith. You got to believe in him. Hallelujah to his holy name. What you think the angels doing? Trembling before him. Holy, holy, holy. Kodash. They saying holy, holy, holy before the Most High. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. He's being praised continually. So what you think you're supposed to be doing? Sincerely believing in him. You can't believe him and you don't fear him. You don't fear the Most High, he ain't dealing with you. Or he dealing with you on the left hand side. But when I say he's not dealing with you, I'm concerning the Mashiach Yahushua. Because it's order. He's about order. He's all about order. Look. This is very, very key, brothers and sisters, that you understand this and overstand this, because there's too many things on this earth that can have you out of order, and you think you in order and you off. That's it was said. So look at 1 Corinthians 14 and 40. So let all things be done decently and in order. See? Most High about order. And about everything being done decently, which would be acceptable with him. Not just yourself. That's why Ecclesiastes 3:24 says, for many are deceived by their own vain opinion, your worthless opinion, and an evil suspicion overthrowing the judgment. Evil comes in. All right. Overthrow your judgment. Therefore, evil comes to you because you think it evil. You ain't thinking righteously. According to the laws of the Most High. How does the Most High feel about this? Therefore, you think that way. You know it. You live it. You apply it in your life. Because the Most High tell you this, and jump up to verse 33. For the Most High is not the author of confusion. Ain't no confusion with the Most High. It's clear. This word is clear. But of peace, as in all churches of the saints. Saints are the children of Israel. He's about peace. If you operate in the right perspective of how he would have you operate in love, and his love, which is keeping of his commandments. So you operate in love, he's love, but he's about what? Order. Being decent. Conducting yourself in a righteous way. Men and women. That's what he's about. That's why we got to look at fearing him. Respecting him. You better understand who we dealing with. A lot of y'all just talking about the Most High, or y'all talking about God, or whatever name you use for him, and don't realize who you even talking about, or who you calling upon, or to come and deal with you. That's why See, everybody ain't calling on, everybody ain't starting out with Colossians 3:17 now. Because the Spirit ain't in them. You better understand. You call on Colossians 3:17, whatever you do in word or deed, do all in the name of the Lord and Savior. That's whatever you say, whatever you do. Most High look at me. So you be careful. And that's how we rolling. Most High said he gonna fight for us. And we in order. Let's look at Genesis 35. Start at verse 1. And the Most High said unto Jacob, this is our forefather, Jacob, arise, go up to Bethel and dwell there, and make there an altar unto the Most High, that appeared unto thee when thou fleddest from the face of Esau thy brother. Now, the Most High always send angels or spirits, same thing, as messengers of the Most High to deal with us. Because it says, make there an altar unto the Most High that appeared unto thee when thou fleddest from the face of Esau thy brother. So the Bible's not going to contradict itself. That's why you have to make it make sense. It has to make sense. It's going to make itself make sense. John 1:18. St. John 1:18. So you just know. No man have seen the Most High at any time. You hear that? So ain't nobody ever seen the Most High. But what does it say? The only begotten Son of Mashiach Yahushua, which is in the bosom of the Father, he have declared him. Now, it don't take a rocket science to understand that Mashiach Yahushua was there in the beginning. He created all things to the glory of the Most High. The Most High created everything by Mashiach Yahushua. Ephesians 3:9 tell you that all day long. So after Mashiach Yahushua created everything, where did he go? What happened to him? He was dormant until he came through the loins of Joseph to be born through Mary? No. See? Colossians 3:9. Galatians 3:9. What is it? Ephesians 3:9. Yeah, Ephesians 3:9. Salakia. And to make all men see what is the fellowship of the mystery, something that's unknown, which from the beginning of the world, that's Genesis 1:1, have been hid in the Most High, who created all things by Mashiach Yahushua. But he was an angel, a spirit. That's why you look at, when you go back to Genesis, the first chapter, you see, it just told you the Most High created everything by Mashiach Yahushua. So we go to Genesis 1, verse 1, it says, in the beginning, that's in the beginning. Just a mystery, something that's not known. The Most High, while Mashiach Yahushua created the heaven, because it say Elohim in the Hebrew, the powers, which is the Most High of Mashiach Yahushua created the heaven and the earth. And the earth was without form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep. And the Spirit of the Most High, which is the Mashiach Yahushua, moved upon the face of the waters. See? And he started to create everything. The Spirit of Mashiach Yahushua. And you look at Psalms 104 and 4. Psalms 104 and 4. Who maketh his angels spirits. See, the angels are spirits. That's like that spirit that moved upon the face of the earth to create everything. Mashiach Yahushua. Who maketh his angels spirits, his ministers, a flaming fire. See, ministers are the ones that bring forth the word of the Most High. whether angels or spirits or men. So, going back to Genesis 35. Now that we know that it is the Most High, through Mashiach Yahushua, or through one of the holy angels, when you see here in Genesis 35 and 1, and the Most High said unto Jacob, Arise, go up to Bethel and dwell there, and make thee an altar unto the Most High that appeared unto thee when thou fleddest from the face of Esau thy brother. Then Jacob said unto his household and to all that were with him, Put away the strange gods, put away these idols that are among you, and be clean, and change your garments. See? A lot of you got to be cleaned up and change your garments. Put away this idolatry. Let's start with yourself. Let's start within. If you are not really looking at what we're dealing with here and fearing the Most High, referencing Him, respecting Him, following His rules and regulations, thinking about what's right. What I'm thinking, is it right with the Most High? Or am I dealing with the devil in the way I'm thinking, the way I'm acting? The Most High says okay. The way I look. Remember He said what He said. Put away your idols and be clean and change your garments. Hear that? Change your garments. Change the way you look. Dealing with this idolatry. The world set up to send you straight to hell. You can go anywhere you want to. Just don't try and take me with you. Straight up. And let us arise and go up to Bethel. And I will make there an altar unto the Most High, who answered me in the day of my distress, and was with me in the way which I went. See? Most High is a spirit. And they that worship Him must worship Him how? In spirit and in truth. In spirit, through the Holy Spirit of the Most High, and the laws, statutes, commandments of the Most High. That's why you got to have faith in the Mashiach Yahushua, who's the spirit of the Most High, and keep the laws of the Most High. When we say the spirit of the Most High moved on it, tell you Most High created everything via Mashiach Yahushua, oh, that might be too deep. Whoop, let it come back. Think about it. You see? This is real. Verse 4. And they gave unto Jacob all the strange gods which were in their hands. See, Israelites, unto this day, man, you got to get rid of them strange gods, strange beliefs. Because a lot of you believe more or taking so much time into whatever it is that Esau presented to you, or any other nation, whatever it is, than you are to the Most High. That's idolatry. And you don't even know it. That's why the word of the Most High heals you. The word of the Most High bless you. The Most High help you. He make you strong. And give you a direction that nobody can gainsay on. Because it's His direction. A mission for the Most High? Who can fail behind that? You can't fail, no matter where you at. No matter where you travel to, He always make a way. Always there with you. Listen what He's saying. And they gave unto Jacob, verse 4, all the strange gods which were in their hand. What they doing with strange gods? I mean, the Most High said, remember me. He did all the things He did in Egypt to get Him a name. Like He gonna do what He's gonna do in these last days, like He's showing off right now, just a little bit. Oh yeah, He's showing off though. He's showing out. I love it. Because it's knowing that it's the Most High. And the Mashiach Yahushua and the angels. They said them hurricanes sound like somebody screaming. Ah! Can you imagine that? Oh yeah. Nobody's calling on the Most High. Nobody's saying it's the Most High though.
Listen, and they gave Jacob all the strange gods which were in their hand, and all their earrings which were in their ears, and Jacob hid them under the oak which was by Shechem.
Them earrings probably was idols too. Probably had some kind of idols on it coming down. What they learned in Egypt. Or amongst whatever nations, that them 7 nations that the Most High destroyed, more mighty than us. Said, get rid of, nah. We always want to look at the other side. From the beginning, remember he said, don't eat of what tree? The tree of knowledge of good and evil. That's why you have to give up these idols. Because they're dealing with evil. Most High is good. His law is good. But nah, you want to look over here at this here. Let me go over here and try this, try this, try this. And try and come up with a compromising way to be able to justify what you're doing. And the Most High looking down upon you and send them angels that's on this earth ready to bring destruction upon you. He's just long suffering. Trust me. I know. I had to cry to the Most High. Woo. Still crying to him. Because I know that's the only way he have pity on us. If not for myself or someone else that I know that really need to be cried for. That might not have the opportunity or know to cry for themselves.
Listen. And they gave unto Jacob all the strange gods which were in their hand, and all their earrings which were in their ears. So you see, we had earrings, men. And Jacob hid them under the oak, which was by Shechem.
Now look what happened. Once you get rid of all this idolatry and all the madness out of your mind and spirit
and soul, listen, and they journeyed, and the terror of the Most High was upon the cities.
You hear that? The terror. So you think terror means they wasn't afraid? They ain't have had a fear of the Most High? Better ask somebody. The terror of the Most High was upon the cities that were round about them, and they did not pursue after the sons of Jacob. See? That's the power we have. The power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, who we're reading about, our forefather. And Jacob being the forefather of the 12 tribes of Israel. You hear what it said? It said the terror of the Most High was upon the cities that were round about them, and they did not pursue after the sons of Jacob. So leave them alone. When we're in order, doing things decently and in order, with no confusion. Go to Exodus, the 18th chapter. Oh, let's stay within the law. Give you examples. Exodus 18. This is Moses' father-in-law Jethro. Let's look at Exodus 18, verse 13. And it came to pass on the morrow that Moses sat to judge the people. And the people stood by Moses from the morning until the evening. Wow. Morning time to the evening. Think Israelites could do that today? People stood in this word from morning to evening. Y'all can't even take 2 hours, 3 hours of the word. That's how far behind we are, and lax we are. You hear what it said? From morning unto evening. From the morning all the way through the day, it's like you go to a job. Until the evening, and maybe even longer. And when Moses' father-in-law saw all that he did to the people, he said, what is this thing that thou doest to the people? Why sittest thou thyself alone,
And all the people stand by thee from morning unto evening. Say, why are you doing this alone, man? Why are you doing this from morning to evening? By yourself. And Moses said unto his father-in-law, because the people come unto me to inquire of the Most High. When they have a matter, they come unto me. And I judge between one and another. And I do make them know the statutes of the Most High and his laws. See? That's why you have to know the statutes of the Most High and his laws in your everyday life. See what they coming to Moses for? They coming to Moses saying, what's right in the eyes of the Most High? And Moses' father-in-law said unto him, the thing that thou doest is not good. He says, it's not good what you're doing. This is wisdom. It said, thou wilt surely wear away. So you're going to wear yourself out. Doing this by yourself. Both thou, both you, and this people that is with thee. For this thing is too heavy for thee. Thou art not able to perform it thyself alone. So you ain't able to perform this by yourself alone. Hearken now unto my voice, and listen to me. I will give thee counsel, and the Most High shall be with thee. Be thou for the people to the Most High word, that thou mayest bring the causes unto the Most High. And thou shalt teach them ordinances and laws, and shalt show them the way wherein they must walk, and the work that they must do. Read it again. And thou shalt teach them ordinances and laws, and shalt show them the way wherein they must walk, and the work that they must do. It's work, y'all. Moreover, listen closely, attentively. Moreover, thou shalt provide out of all the people. This is he's supposed to be looking for. Thou must provide out of all the people able men. Hear what it say? Able men, such as fear the Most High. Hear that? Such as fear the Most High. Men of truth, hating covetousness, and place such over them to be rulers of thousands, and rulers of hundreds, rulers of fifties, and rulers of tens, and let them judge the people at all seasons. And it shall be that every great matter they shall bring unto thee, but every small matter they shall judge. So shall it be easier for thyself, and they shall bear the burden with thee. If thou shalt do this thing, and the Most High command thee so, then thou shalt be able to endure, and all this people shall also go to their place in peace. So Moses hearkened to the voice of his father-in-law, and did all that he had said. And Moses chose able men out of all Israel, and made them heads over the people, rulers of thousands, rulers of hundreds, rulers of fifties, and rulers of tens. And they judged the people at all seasons. The hard causes they brought unto Moses, but every small matter they judged themselves. See? But the key point here is in verse 21. See, even though it said right here what he did, this is who he had to choose. It's very important. That's why the Most High speak once, yea, twice, man perceive it not. But he spoke once, and it wasn't repeated. But we're going to go through these scriptures and see the same thing going to be repeated over and over again. The fear, the terror of the Most High. To be afraid of him. To be scared of him. Listen. Verse 21. Exodus 18:21. Moreover, thou shalt provide out of all the people able men. This is key here. Able men such as fear the Most High. Such as fear the Most High. Able men such as fear the Most High. See?
Those are the men that he saw with thousands and hundreds and fifties and so forth.
Let's go to Exodus, the 20th chapter. This is the Ten Commandments right here. Now, once the Most High laid down the Ten Commandments, look at verse 18.
And you need to go over these and remember them. Because all the law is set up upon these Ten Commandments. How we love the Most High and serve Him, and how we love our neighbors ourselves and we serve each other as the Israelites.
Now, verse 18 says, Exodus 20 and 18, and all the people saw the thunderings and lightnings and the noise of the trumpet and the mountain smoking. And when the people saw it, they removed and stood afar off.
They got away from that mountain.
And they said unto Moses, speak thou with us.
You speak to us, Moses,
and we will hear. But let not the Most High speak with us lest we die. Hear that? So don't let the Most High speak to us lest we gonna die. And Moses said unto the people, fear not.
let you know, hey, they were afraid. Why they moved away from that mountain? The thundering, and hearing the trumpets, hearing all that noise and commotion going on. That's what Moses told them, say, fear not. Why did he tell them don't fear? Don't be afraid. Don't be scared.
For the Most High has come to prove you, and that his fear may be before your faces, that ye sin not.
Read it to you again. That his fear may be before your faces, that you sin not. See, without the fear of the Most High, you are sinning and justify whatever you doing. Because you don't fear the Most High.
Y'all better recognize. This is very, very important, people. Very, very important that we look at this, and we look at our ancestors and how we operated.
Because who knows? The only way we know is through these scriptures. The only way we know is through what we're reading in this Bible, through the word of the Most High. That's the only way we know.
You see? That's what it's all about. Go to Leviticus 22. Leviticus 22. So we in the law. Leviticus 22 and 31. Therefore shall ye keep my commandments and do them. I am the Most High. Neither shall you profane my holy name, but I will be hallowed among the children of Israel. I am the Most High which hallow you, that brought you out of the land of Egypt to be your power. I am the Most High, Yahweh, the power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. See? That's why he said we ain't supposed to profane his holy name. But he said he's going to be hallowed among the children of Israel. That's why we say, hallowed be thy name in the Abba Palau, in the Most High's prayer. See, we got to reverence him. We got to respect him. Look at Deuteronomy, 4th chapter. Deuteronomy, the 4th chapter. Deuteronomy 4. And let's look at Deuteronomy 4 and 6. It says, keep therefore and do them, the commandments of the Most High. For this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations, which shall hear all these statutes and say, surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people.
If we keep his commandments. But if you wicked, most of these nations, they're going to look at you as no one but like a Gentile, like them. Like they would have you to be.
But they're supposed to be saying, surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people. For what nation is there so great, who have the Most High, who have a Mashiach Yahushai so near unto them, as the Most High Mashiach Yahushai, our power is in all things that we call upon him for.
You know? He's in everything that we call upon him for. If you keeping his commandments. If you fear the Most High. Because you fear the Most High, you're going to do what he say do. And that is his rules and regulations.
Listen, and what nation is there so great that have statutes and judgments so righteous as all this law, which I set before you this day?
What nation? Say all the gods of the nations, the other nations are idols. In Psalm 96 and 5. He's the power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. That's his name forever, a memorial to all generations. That's who we serve.
Verse 9. Only take heed to thyself, take heed to yourself, and keep thy soul diligently.
See? In this, consistently, fervently.
Lest thou forget the things which thine eyes have seen.
Lest you forget the things that your eyes have seen. I mean, look at all the plagues that he showed them in Egypt. 10 plagues. And nothing happened to we as the children of Israel. Everybody around us getting jacked up. All the Egyptians. Any other nation that's among the Egyptians. Everybody getting jacked up with all them 10 plagues. And nothing's happening to us. And we leaving Egypt after the Most High killed the firstborn male everything of the Egyptians. They let us go. And then they chased after us. Pharaoh and his chariots. And the Most High opened up the Red Sea and dried the ground. That we can walk across dry ground. Then allowed Pharaoh and his army of chariots to follow right into the Red Sea, and then before our face, drowned them. Drowned them. Like we just said, the terror of the Most High was upon all the cities. And they ain't pursued it. They ain't pursued the sons of Jacob, the Israelites, the 12 tribes of Israel. Because the terror of the Most High was upon them. Like he gonna put the terror of the Most High, he gonna bring his power in these last days. It's gonna last forever and ever and ever. Everybody gonna bow down. It's the last time he gotta show off and show out. Oh, praise his holy name. As it is written. You want to know? Hey, just ask. It's all written here. The past, the present, and the future. In these last days, he sent forth his prophets to bring forth his truth, to open our eyes up. Those that want to be. Those that don't, then hey, stay in darkness, stay in ignorance, stay ignorant. This is all you got. And some of you need to really be looking at this because you can't really look at being blessed in hell. You better look at all people that's not. You cry unto the Most High. And he can deliver us from this wicked, evil, wretched world. No matter where we are. We not on top. We at the bottom. The only way that you on the top, if you ain't giving in to the way of the world. Hear what he says? Verse 9. Deuteronomy 4 and 9. Only take heed to thyself. Say, take heed to yourself, and keep thy soul diligently, lest thou forget the things which thine eyes have seen. See, we seen the things that the Most High done. And lest they depart from thy heart, from your mind, all the days of thy life. But teach them thy sons and thy sons' sons. You see how important men are? The boys are? Teach them to your sons and to your sons' sons. Because he called men. He called men to lead the nation. So he said, teach them to your sons and your sons' sons. Especially the day that thou stoodest before the Most High, thy power in Horeb, when the Most High said unto me, gather me the people together, and I will make them hear my words, that they may learn to fear me all the days that they shall live upon the earth, and that they may teach their children. See, read it again. When the Most High came unto Moses in Horeb, when the Most High said unto me, gather me the people together, and I will make them hear my words, that they may learn to fear me. So I'm going to make them hear my words, that they may learn to fear me all the days that they shall live upon the earth, and that they may teach their children. And ye came near and stood under the mountain. Remember this, Israel? And the mountain burned with fire unto the midst of heaven, with darkness, clouds, and thick darkness. And the Most High spake out, and the Most High spake unto you out of the midst of the fire. Ye heard the voice of the words, but saw no similitude. Only ye heard a voice, and he declared unto you his covenant, which he commanded you to perform, even 10 commandments. And he wrote them upon 2 tables of stone, the Most High. You heard what he had to say through the Spirit or through the angel. You heard it. Remember, because ain't nobody heard the Most High's voice. Ain't nobody seen him. Ain't nobody, if you ain't seen him, you ain't heard his voice. And the Most High, verse 14, and the Most High commanded me at that time to teach you statutes and judgments, that ye might do them in the land whither ye go over to possess it. What do you think we're getting ready to do now? You think you're going to go over and possess the kingdom that the Most High have prepared for us through Mashiach Yahushua? See, I go to prepare a place for you. You think you're going to possess that? And you're not going to do what he say do? He not coming back here teaching you from the start the 10 commandments and doing the 10 commandments, start doing the commandments. No. All you that's off and had a wrong spirit, not decent in order, dealing with confusion. Most I ain't calling you coming to the kingdom. He don't need us, we need him. That's why he said he makes some stones. Remember he said, Moses, I'll make a nation out of you. Told John the Baptist, I'll make a nation out of stones. Raise up these stones to be my people. His ways and thoughts are not our ways and thoughts, people. Y'all better hear what he's saying. That's why we got to keep the commandments. We're going to go over to possess the land again forever and ever and ever. That's why he say, take ye therefore good heed unto yourselves, for ye saw no manner of similitude on the day that the Most High spake unto you in Horeb out of the midst of the fire, lest ye corrupt yourselves and make you a graven image and similitude of any figure, the likeness of male or female, the likeness of any beast that is on the earth, the likeness of any winged fowl that flieth in the air, the likeness of anything that creepeth on the ground.
the likeness of any fish that is in the waters beneath this earth, unless thou lift up thine eyes unto heaven, and when thou seest the sun and the moon and the stars, which people are doing today, even all the hosts of heaven, shouldest be driven to worship them and serve them, which the Most High thy power have divided unto all nations under the whole heaven.
That's what people are doing. They honor the sun, the moon, the stars, the comets, you name it, whatever's in the sky. To this day. Making them their symbol for worship and so forth, all of that. But the Most High said, don't do that. Verse 24. For the Most High, thy power is a consuming fire. Most High is a consuming fire, even a jealous power. You better understand. He said he's a consuming fire. I mean, he will consume you in fire. I will burn you up, he said. I will melt you. What you say consuming fire going to do? It's going to melt you. Listen, Exodus 34 and 14. Exodus 34 and 14. For thou shalt worship no other power. For the Most High power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Jacob being the forefather of the 12 tribes of Israel, whose name is jealous. You know? Do you ever think about the Most High is jealous from whatever you're doing that's contrary to thinking about him? And wondering if it's right with him to do whatever you think? The action that come from your thoughts? Or your thoughts itself being abominable? What you say, your attitude, we say, I don't like you. Man, that's something else. For the Most High say he don't like you. That's terrible. Hear what he said? For thou shalt worship no other God. For the Most High, whose name is jealous, is a jealous power. See? Lest thou make a covenant, a contract agreement with the inhabitants of the land, and they go a whoring after their gods. Just like that's why I was going over the religious instructions of the Negroes in the United States of America. Our people, we were up to at least 92,000 of our people coming out of slavery. We weren't out of slavery yet. Still in the 1800s. That were following the way of the heathen. The way the heathen would say we're supposed to worship. When Wisdom of Solomon 5 and 7 says that's the way of the Most High, as the way of Hamashiach Yahushua, we have not known it. We reared ourselves in the way of wickedness and destruction. We've gone through deserts where they lay no way. As for the way of the Most High, the way of Hamashiach Yahushua, we have not known it. That's when salvation is coming to Israel. So they created religions and so forth, what you're going to deal with here. And I'm checking these ministries, these missionaries all over the world. And I have not been called to bring forth this word in these last days, whether you like it or not. They're not going to stand before a congregation from morning to evening, from evening to the next morning or whatever, with the word of the Most High. Precept upon precept, precept upon precept, line upon line, line upon line, here a little and there a little, for all the topics that you can deal with, that the Most High bringing in these last days to open up those of the 1/3 of the 12 tribes of Israel's ears to hear his words and know him and fear him and keep his commandments and have faith in the Mashiach Yahushua. A black man, they ain't even going that far. What God they talking about when they say God? When they say Jesus Christ? Last I seen, Caesar Borgia, that white image was set up still to this day. And the Most High said his name is jealous. He's a jealous power. He's a consuming fire. That's why he's coming back with fire. to burn this place up. Look, he coming back with himself. The power of the Most High. Better understand. When they seen a similitude of the Most High, when he showed, in visions and dreams, fire from his waist up, fire from his waist down. And he said the heavens can't contain him. What kind of fire you think this is? Don't play. He was the Most High said, verse 15, lest thou make a covenant with the inhabitants of the land, which everybody have done, mostly 2/3 of our people have done. And they go a whoring after their gods, their religions. Most High didn't give us no religions. And do sacrifice of their gods, which they're doing. And one called thee, and thou eat of his sacrifice, pork, shrimp, crab, lobster, whatever you name. That's abominable. Set on the table after you done call on the name of the Lord. Then you go downstairs and eat your hog maws and your greens and all that stuff, man, and all the things that's abominable. Walking around, whoring, actually being a hoe in the church. Men with men, women with women, all that's accepted. All you gotta do is call on the name of Jesus. That's off. That's off as ever. But what you do? You went a whoring. You go a whoring after their gods. You went a whoring after their powers. They say it's okay. They got to marry them up in the church. Men with men and women with women. It's got to be accepted. When Leviticus 20 and 13 says, if a man lie with mankind, if he sell a woman, both of them have committed abomination. They shall surely be put to death. Their blood should be upon them. That's the law. You're supposed to be telling them to repent. Come out of that. And not accept whatever it is that's wrong according to the Most High. That's what we have done. Look, and thou take of their daughters unto thy sons, and their daughters go a whoring after their gods, and make thy sons go a whoring after their gods, thou shalt make thee no molten gods. See? That's what Solomon went off in his old age. See, we have the example. We had the admonition. That's why it's not going to be no excuse for nobody. Going to stand before Mashiach Yahushua, he going to say, ain't no excuse. Don't give me nothing. Because he coming